It's like I'm having a stroke.
Yeah, look at this. This is gonna be a big swing. Oh. Oh my god. Look, what was that?
Yeah, Jesus, what am I doing, man? Even I can see this stuff. Like, why am I so lost in these games?
Like, you are in 5v4, you still have your smoke up in con. Just calm down and keep holding angles. What is the rush here? They need to push you. Maybe it looks like you don't visualize where the enemies can be based off your teammates' positions. Like, you don't think like, oh, my teammates are there, so the enemies can be there. It's not like an instinct for you.
It's hard for me to process all the information. That's the problem. Every single round, you know, he was like, please keep doing it. And he locked down mid because of the flash.
Yeah.
I
Perfect.
had to learn some lineups after this game. You'll see I was very confused about how to throw my molly and my nade, right?
Yeah.
From connector to stop ramp action, basically. Yeah, I don't know why I don't look ramp here. That's a mistake of it. I do die once in the game because of that.
Yeah, you definitely should be looking towards ramp as you're crossing. It's easy to get that headshot there with USP. Okay, here. Let's look at the pre-aim. The pre-aim is...
Low.
I mean, it's kind of in between the lower angle behind sight and the car.
Yeah.
But now you adjust it, and the counter strafes are actually not that bad. It's just your crosshair. It's not bad. Not a bad shot here. Kind of. Okay, the way you move your crosshair here is so chaotic, right? Like you will
It just
see.
needs to be still. It needs to be still on this lower angle because you won't come truck here. Yeah.
See how chaotic it is? It's moving all over the place.
It's nervous. Like I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, just nervous movements of the crosshair. It's okay that you're fully defusing here. I mean, it's actually what you're supposed to do here, so it's fine.
Yeah, my teammates called for it. They were like, "We won't let him shoot you. Just to defuse as far back as you can."
Yeah,
basically.
that was good.
So I followed your advice by buying the best gun possible as soon as possible.
Yeah. Oh no. And you're again.
Is that not the flash?
Say again?
Is this not the flash? This is the flash you showed me.
Yeah, the
right?
flash is fine, but I'm talking about the where you're looking.
Oh, not looking at the ramp.
Literally,
yeah.
the guy shot you, and he could have.
I did. Yeah.
And you're running with your gun immediately, right? That's also a mistake. Like, why would you have your gun out here if you're not even looking towards ramp? Just have your knife out and jump across the angle. Right? You're slow.
Yeah.
You're slow with your gun. You're making it easy for the guy to kill you as you're crossing.
Since I know their ramp.
I mean, you're very stationary here. This is like a angle that you're gonna pre-aim on the maps yourself on the pre-fire mode, right? So it's not like you wanna be standing here. This is too obvious of an angle to be standing, especially in Eagles.
What would you say I should do then?
Nice shot.
This angle.
I would be peeking in and out. So
in and out, okay.
Peek out, hide. Peek out, hide. And on every peek you're ready to kill them, but you're not trying to hold the angle.
I don't know why I'm in the middle of sight. I'm trying to get to default.
You're in the middle of everywhere, just running around.
Yeah.
It's not the best position. Like there's no need for you to be there at all. You're just making...
play around stairs, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why not?
I think now I start shaking because the guy almost shot my head off.
Yeah, now definitely this was... Like you are just standing here, pressing AD. Then the cross replacement is correct. I don't know why you didn't shot there, by the way. I don't know why you're looking there. Like nobody's gonna.
I was just waiting for the boost, basically, into.
But they're
snipers.
They're not that close to boost, you know. On this timing, they're not yet there. Even if they're running with their knives out. See, you don't see anyone con, so they're not gonna be that quick here. They're not like stepping. So if they're not stepping, they're not gonna be here yet because you didn't see anyone looking for con. Okay, your cross replacement when you're going out here is not on Palace, which it should be because nobody's watching it for you.
So how do you know that? You just quickly check on your map and
No, like every time I come out of jungle, I look at Palace because what else am I supposed to look at if I'm coming out here?
Yeah.
Like
The
I
guys
might.
on site and they didn't see him. Well, then that's just crazy. Yeah.
Wait, what's going on here?
I spam the smoke a bit, and then I spam the other smoke. There's another spam on con here on the catwalk. Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, you just shooting like here. You could be you could have dragged the spray. Actually, you didn't have to burst like that, right?
Okay.
But also you're kind of too late already, and I would not. Like I would not even
Back
shoot.
off here. Yeah.
And peeking here is like not a bad idea. And you should have peeked more. He just dropped down, right?
Yeah, I just thought I'll just check the angle he was shooting me from, and then I'll back off.
The
I don't
problem,
wanna,
the problem is your teammate on B died. You guys are in a 3v4, and you don't have any map control on B or mid. So in this situation, you guys are in a huge disadvantage, right? So even if you were in 4v4, you would be in a disadvantage if they took B control. So you gotta do something. You gotta like just frag someone to give your guys some advantage in this round, like regain advantage or regain chances to win the round. Again, this is how you peek B, right? So you're not expecting that guy for some reason, which you should, because your teammate just died on B, right? He had timing. It was like, so your teammate is gonna die around here. So around right now your teammate dies, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds to get here. That's a lot of time.
Okay.
6 seconds is a lot of time on B. He could have
And I was just not ready for him. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can notice those things. You hear shots being fired on B, you see your teammate dying on the radar. But these things you should be ready for. And here you're kind of AFK. I mean...
No. I was asking for the guy to buy me a gun, and Markov, there was a guy on our team who had enough money to buy a gun. I think it was Markov. Yes. And I was like, hey, can you buy me a gun? I said, hey, Markov, can you buy me a gun? And he didn't reply, right?
Yeah.
So, and then he kind of looked at me, so I was like, okay, maybe he will. Oh no, the other guy looks at me, and then I'm like, oh shucks, now I just need to buy something, and I accidentally buy Zeus.
In my opinion,
you
should have sold the util, and you should have bought something like a better weapon for yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was so late, I gave up on it, and then.
And again, like, see like your crosshair placement.
Yeah, not ready for the guy on.
It's good that you smoke it. Oh, the guy is walking out, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay,
so here I wanna do this on ramp, but I know the lineup now.
But why?
I didn't know how to throw it.
But why do you wanna do this?
Because we know their ramp, and we can just delay them even more, right?
Why do you wanna delay them though?
Yeah, there's no point. I mean, my teammate's not gonna sandwich them from spawn.
Yeah. So see, like you could be using that molly when they're already out, maybe to molly them when they're already out somewhere, or I don't know, molly palace when they're pushing.
Like if they're out on Tetris, I can molly ramp behind them, or just molly them on Tetris and then force them to
move away. But you are not really doing anything by delaying them here. They have 1 minute 20 on the clock. It's not like they're gonna not have time because of your molly. So that doesn't really make sense to use that util here.
So just rather throw a nade if you know they're there and they're peeking. Yeah. Everyone wants to rotate B, so I decided not to.
I mean, you're just running around the map like mindlessly, so that doesn't really make too much sense for me. And you're making steps all over the place as well. I guess you're searching for the weapon here, but...
Yeah, I was looking for the weapon in Palace.
And you made a ton of steps now, and you're going into Palace, right? I mean, do you think they're gonna be going back to Palace as they show themselves in ramp? Like, does it that...
No, why would they?
Yeah. Like, they just like show themselves, all of them on ramp, and now they're like, oh, let us full run into Palace, back. Like, that is, you should have a read that they're going towards T-spawn, right? Kind of changing positions. You also heard them.
I heard them, and I do tell my team, hey, they're going towards T-spawn.
You told your team or you didn't?
Yeah, I told my team. I did tell my team, yeah. So you'll see they start moving now. I told them I hear some, I think I heard the last guy running. at least
But
here.
you should take the chance and just catch this guy on T-spawn, honestly.
Yeah, I've got a pistol. What's the worst
You're
that
way
can
too
happen?
slow. You're too slow here.
Yeah.
Like you're even walking in T-spawn for some reason. It's 18 seconds. Like it's 30 seconds left and you're walking here. Like bro, you think at 30 seconds they're gonna be in T-spawn?
Yeah.
They just run all the way T-spawn, right? It's 29 seconds. They don't have time to be walking in T-spawn. They have to either go ramp, but they're not going because your teammates are obviously holding ramp from stairs or like looking into ramp. So they're obviously like going some other position. Maybe they're going through mid to con. Maybe they're going B. Doesn't matter which one of they're doing. Like you need to be running here. I mean, you're kind of late to the party. As I said, you're kind of too slow. And now you're also like, that's a bit alarming that you're walking here. Like, what's the reason you're still walking here?
Yeah, there's no reason.
I mean, after that...
doesn't matter if they hear I'm in Palace, right? It
yeah.
makes no difference. Yeah.
Like, definitely, that looks awkward. All of your teammates are running around this place and you're like just walking, looking at the ground. But just... Maybe it looks like you don't visualize where the enemies can be based off your teammates' positions. Like, you don't think like, oh, my teammates are there, so the enemies can be there. It's not like an instinct for you.
It's hard for me to process all the information. That's the problem. Like, I don't know, did you ever play League of Legends?
Yeah.
Did you ever play jungle? I was like,
yeah,
basically a high diamond in jungle, and when I try to explain to people how to play jungle, that it's just a lot of information to take in. You know, like it's the same in Counter-Strike map awareness. It's hard for me to process everything, and look around the map. I think I need to take more time and just assess the situation and not be visible to anyone, and then decide what I want to do.
Yeah, understand. And definitely you need to start looking towards ramp as well.
Yeah.
And stop holding your gun when you're crossing towards con.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you should focus on. Just knowing that enemies can peek you from ramp. And then also, like, after throwing that smoke, you're kind of looking...
Have to walk up, right? Or at least run up to the smoke.
I mean, it's fine, and peeking from here is okay. Nice. And now, I mean... Like, you don't need to be running with your nade in hand. Yeah. You just kind of keep your gun out, you know? There's not much you can nade from here. Apart yourself.
So what would you... Okay. Can we just pause this here? And I want to ask you, because I get lost in the source a little bit. So what would you do? You get the pick, okay, and you don't see another guy you can refrag, and okay, let's say you did the same. You get the pick and you back off because they're shooting at you.
Well, they were not shooting. They were not shooting at you, I believe.
They were. I think the second time.
Okay, let's see. Because...
So yeah, I killed this guy, and then I get shot at from that. Okay, oh, you're shooting at snipers.
I believe it wasn't shooting at you, to be honest. Like, if he was shooting, he didn't even get damaged.
No.
He was shooting at some He was shooting through the smoke, basically, through his own smoke, so randomly.
Would you just keep spamming him, or what would you do?
I would spam him because I see the tracers, but right now, like, you are in 5v4, you still have your smoke up in con. Just calm down and keep holding angles. What is the rush here? They need to push you. You still have your smoke up. You can literally hold this kind of angle above the smoke towards cat.
Okay.
And just keep holding it. I would keep holding it still, not use any smokes. Keep holding. I'm showing you what I have done, what I would have done.
Yeah.
I keep holding this. Okay, now the smoke is down.
Dies,
I would go either stairs or I would go here after the smoke is done.
Okay. Because you're too exposed from lowers?
Yeah, I'm exposed both from lowers, upper, like I can get picked from left, right. It's just without smoke here, standing in con is becoming not such a great idea.
What did I do? I kind of just not look at Palace and...
You started mollying ramp for some reason, and then you started peeking inside ramp instead of keep holding mid, because you were for sure aware that there is more people out mid. Like, you understood it.
Yeah.
So for some reason you decided to look into ramp and forget about these people in mid. Just like you forgot about them. Okay, these people in mid, fuck them. Let them take mid, let them pick me. Because, you know, you died from bottom con, actually, here. Which, there was a smoke there, so that's kind of maybe understandable that you didn't understand the timing of the smoke. But do you understand they could be picking you from short as well, even if the smoke was up?
No, I didn't really realize that.
But they could.
And I'm a connector player. Yeah, I understand.
So it didn't matter that the smoke went off. Anyways, you would be dead here in this position. So just as a connector player, just keep holding con, you know, if they're mid, and if they're not mid, just take more passive angles, like for example here, or well here, right?
Yeah.
Or you can be playing crouched in this corner if you want to be extra aggro, or playing behind this box, or playing completely defensive. Just take one of these angles instead of standing in the middle of everywhere.
Is there ever a scenario where I need to rotate to ticket? Like, let's say my A player dies.
No.
Okay,
Never.
Okay.
As a con player. And
so those lineups, I know now how to throw nades in there without being revealed. So that's something I fixed after this game.
I mean, also like, what are you looking at here? Like, what are you trying to do, right? And you looked at short for some reason. Like, the guy could come from B and pick you.
Yeah, it could never be short, 100%.
And now you kind of get the understanding of where they are. So you're gonna smoke off Palace, I believe.
Yeah.
And you kind of start looking at the walls again. Like, you wanna pick mid for some reason, but your teammate just cleared mid, so they could be mid in like a bit of timing, but not yet. Okay, this is good adjustment. And the bomb is on ramp, you should know that. I didn't see a reason for you to surge B here.
I mean, especially when I've got another teammate here. Yeah, Jesus, what am I doing, man? Even I can see this stuff. Like, why am I so lost in these games?
I mean, the thing you need to be doing is just follow a plan, right? And you're kind of following it, but not fully yet, okay? So the plan, I mean, we should skip this rest of this city hall because we're probably doing the same things. I should just really...
thing all over again. Eventually I start looking at ramp at least.
I think
that's the only thing.
I mean, that's how you work on your game. You adjust your plans, okay? So I want to simplify it for you in con, so you kind of understand what to do.
If you simplify it for me, then I can spend also more time trying to be aware of the game situation.
Very simple, okay? You throw the flash early, then you jump across ramp, and you decide either to nade it like this or not nade it, and then you go towards con. If your window player sees someone out mid and they're going out mid, you're using this smoke and playing around it, and you have many places you can go. You can just hold here, you can walk out here and peek under. You can hold behind the smoke and try to get an entry. Generally, after getting an entry and getting advantage, you're gonna fall back to more defensive positions. And now the defensive positions are like this. You're holding above the smoke. If the smoke ends, you can hold from the box here and kind of like hold just for your aim and be aware of these and these angles, right? Just kind of move with A and D like this, not like this, but like kind of move around the angle, you know, so you're not like stationary. Then, more defensive positions are like this. On stairs, you can stand here easily and not move, not do anything. You can stand on this position. You can stand on this position, but in here you need to be kind of peeking in and out and also being aware of the window boost and also understand if they can be in ladder. So this requires a lot of map awareness to play this spot.
You will always hear them window, right? They can't go in there silently.
No, they can.
Can they? Okay.
Yeah, if they boost here, they can go silently. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are the positions. So you play aggro early, and then you play those positions. Now, just looking towards ramp, and then your rotation, if they go B, it can be looking twofold. First of all, if they go out mid and they are not out mid anymore, you can clear mid, like this, right? Then you clear under, and then you're just gonna clear those angles.
Oh,
like if you wanna be extra, you wanna clear this as well, right? And then you're gonna rotate towards B. Okay, if they're out B. But if there is a lot of people and you have a inkling that there is no one mid, you can jump like this if you learn these jumps.
I know the jump. I know the bench jump.
Yeah.
I practiced it last night.
And you can just do that.
I can't do the window onto short jump.
And rotate that. You don't need it actually. Or you rotate through kitchen, right? So this, or market. So this is your whole game. This is simplified. Early, you play con. Then you stay in con on more passive positions after the smoke, or there is other choice. If there is nobody mid and your teammate sees nobody mid, you just play without the smoke, right? And then you fall back and then you use the smoke when they're out mid. If they're not out mid like ever, if they don't go mid at all, what you can be doing is just holding under, or like even peeking under dry, like this, right? Or with a flash. And then after you cleared out under and there is no one mid, no one under, you just go back to A, right? And on A you can use this smoke or molly for the same lineup.
And if there was no need if I have my smoke, yeah.
And then yeah, because there was no one mid, so you have your smoke. And then you can peek towards ramp and hold these angles. I mean, kill them on these angles and then fall back, right? And then more passive position towards there like this. Or
so I don't see. Let's say I see one guy ramp, right, when I'm crossing. I throw my nade at him or whatever. How do you throw the nade? If
you just cross, boom, and then you go back and like just like this.
Okay.
And the reason you can throw that nade is because your teammate mollied it, and kind of mollies distract this guy. Like he's not gonna.
Yes.
You know, you can just throw the nade.
See you.
Yeah. So let's see you do that. And you saw one ramp, and now what?
So I saw one ramp, I threw my nade. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to see if check if my mid player has seen anyone on mid.
Exactly.
If he hasn't seen anyone mid, I can quickly clear lows for him. And then I can go back and smoke Palace, basically.
You can, and you don't need to smoke Palace immediately because, you know, if you smoke immediately, like if there is still smoke up here from your teammate ramp, that doesn't make sense to smoke Palace because one of these choke points is smoked anyways. So you can kind of hold Palace, and then when the smoke is down, like it's not here anymore, you can smoke Palace then. Now, also, you don't need to smoke Palace at all. You can kind of take a risk of peeking without Palace being smoked, but that's kind of risky. And also, you can just molly Palace. Because you still have your molly, right? You didn't molly ramp because your teammate on A is mollying it. So if you want to take a quick pick towards ramp, you're completely fine mollying Palace. And then picking, because your smoke is very valuable when they're executing on you. Then your smoke is super valuable. You can right click a smoke here, double flash like this in front of you. And like, you have the angles here, you know?
Yeah, quite oftentimes people will smoke, and the if ever the stair smoke is because I'm playing a low yellow, right? So their stair smokes might fall off stairs. That's the best thing that can possibly happen to you in connector. When this smoke doesn't go properly, right, and you can play around it, it feels so good. Playing around the back of it.
I showed you this or not?
Yeah, you showed me this one. This one helps you get out if there's a smoke stairs, right? You can play around the back of that smoke. Yeah.
Well, anyways, that's your con play. So again, early round, you're coming con, flashing mid every single round. If you see someone ramp, you can like nade them, or you don't have to. You can save your nade to break the other smokes. It's honestly up to you. You can save the nade to break the smokes later. The nade is very valuable, so you wanna use it smart. So not every round you wanna nade. And then you're just checking if there is anyone mid. If there is no one mid, you obviously can clear under. You don't have to clear under. If you have a read that they're going fast A, you know, they're rushing A, you don't even need to, you just turn around and you immediately help your teammate, you know, on these angles. You were the cross for him.
It's unusual that someone would be fast pushing anywhere under. We don't hear him, and then we get killed from the back while fighting guys on A. Like usually they're creeping around and under, so it's a slower timing.
Yeah. So do you understand now how to play con?
Yes, I do.
I mean, you can rewatch this anytime you want and you remember to yourself, but you should have a plan for early round, know every reaction to what's going on. So, but it's pretty logical. Like if they're mid, you're fighting mid and holding mid. If they're not mid, you might clear under or not, and then help the 8 player, right? Like it's logic. It's nothing complicated. Intuitional, like kind of.
Yeah, that's just your opening, like in chess, where you have your opening, and then from there you play off that depending on what the enemy does.
Yeah, I'm not a chess player, but yeah, something like this. Yeah. I guess the opening is just your early round.
Yes. Your first few moves.
Yeah, sure. So.
Okay. Are you ever scared of peeking mid when you have your connector smoke up? Should you be, because they could be aiming down the smoke.
Like peeking mid like that?
Yes, like
of course I'm scared. I'm not dry picking this shit if they have ops and full buy.
Okay.
Like a lot. Okay. It's an easy kill for the T's, honestly. I'm just holding above it. That's my advantage here. Because they don't know on which angle I'm exactly standing. They cannot pre-aim this, and that, right? But
if it's like, for example, round 2 and they lost, but they got a plant, and you know they're on Mac 10s.
Nah,
but they shouldn't be going mid. And then you can just speak that anyway.
Versus Mac 10s, I'm wide swinging this shit every single day. Like, I'm doing the flash for my teammate, and I'm buying a second flash for myself, and I'm running like this, flashing like this for myself, and wide swinging this shit. Versus pistols.
They don't belong in mid when they don't have AKs.
Yeah, exactly. Like I might even go to the extent of doing this versus pistols, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then like fall back, clear under, and if still no one is out A, like I will be like going out A. I mean going A. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Cool. I think that answers everything.
Cool. So let's watch the T side then. You were winning very hard on TT.
Yeah, and then we actually here we never got around again.
And then you throw?
Yeah. So we win the pistol round. You'll see now, and then there is one point where my teammate, I'm in connector and we've got 2 kills, and my teammate accidentally tries to molly window and mollies me instead, and from there it's kind of everything
okay.
turns to shit. Yeah. I don't know why I go Tetris here with him. I should be going on.
Oh no. Alright, this is okay. I'm taking city control. Oh my god. Brother, your crosshair is so shaky. Did you remember that that peeking? Like, look. What is this?
Yeah.
What are those? Wait, I need to look at my notes really quickly. What exercises have we done? Wait, let me scroll up the... What did we put in your routine?
We did the CSGO stats, the strafing, counter strafe.
Yes, then the
shooting.
spinning exercise, right?
And then the spinning, yes.
Did we do any tracking?
Yes, we did.
On fast aim / reflex,
on fast aim reflex, yes. The tracking and with the USB and then the AK bursting. Yeah.
Are you doing that?
I'm doing it every day.
Well, you should focus there on having your crosshair very stable on the enemy when tracking, right? Here it looks like it's very jittery. Maybe you messed around with your sense, or...
Well, like a few days ago, I increased my sense from 1.1 to 1.18, and that was just because I was struggling to track on the fast aim reflex. So I'm playing on 800, 1.18, but I realized that I have to really focus on keeping my crosshair still.
Yeah, yeah, man.
I have to actually focus on the crosshair.
That should
all
be
my energy.
You should feel the flow of the mouse and the crosshair of your hand, like kind of on the mouse. If you don't feel that, that's what's gonna happen. Your mouse is just gonna jump up and down, right? You're just gonna freak out. Kind of wanna feel the flow of the mouse when you have it in your head. It should be like a pencil, you know. It's very sensitive. You cannot be like panicking with the mouse and the hand, and then this thing's gonna happen. I mean, you got the kill here, but you understand that wasn't.
Yeah. That was not a real kill. Yeah, that's just a guy being very bad. Can you pause here? I want to ask you something.
Yeah, I paused.
When you are shooting someone in and it's like a kind of close range.
Yeah.
And I know Mali muscle memory for you, but where is your mental energy going towards at that point? Is it looking at him and the crosshair and trying to just track him? Does it happen automatically for you, or kind of what are you doing? You know.
My whole mental energy is like this. I'm shooting this guy in the head. That's all I'm thinking about at this moment. I'm not thinking about anything else. That's my goal of my whole body is focused on I am shooting this guy in the head. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about anything else. So my whole hand movement, my brain power, everything is focused on one thing. Just shoot the enemy that I see on my screen in the head. That's it.
Yeah.
And then the movement of the mouse and the movement of the character, it comes naturally because I've been practicing it, and my body, my hands, they know the keys that they need to click, right? Because I've been practicing the exercises, and I practice on deathmatch and all these things, right?
And you don't have to move counter strafe in close range with pistols, right? There, you just want to keep moving and shooting.
I mean, with Glock, yeah, you can keep moving with shooting. With USP, no, you can, but it's better to counter strafe, honestly.
To be precise, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There again. Yeah. I'm just. What is happening to my?
Oh my god! Look.
It's like I'm having a stroke.
Yeah. Look at this. This is gonna be a big swing. Oh my god! Look, what was that? Bro, I think your brain is telling you, my man, I don't want to play Counter-Strike. Let's self-sabotage you and let's move your mouse away from the enemies. Like, look, you're literally moving your mouse away from... Like, this is okay. Like, this is still fine, but what is this? What is that?
It's the opposite of an aimbot.
Yeah, it's like anti-aimbot. Like this right now is fairly stable compared to your other duels. Like this is probably the most stable duel you took, and you're losing it.
But don't you notice the pattern? It's when they're really close is when I freak out, and when they're far, I am calm.
I can
don't
see.
know why.
I mean, honestly, it should be the other way. When they're close, you see them they're very big, right? So it's easier to hit them. So you should be calmer because it's like way easier to hit them. They're big. They're big ass models. Like, you know, you have a lot of room to miss. Like a lot wider area on the screen that you can hit. So you should be calmer. Okay, it's easier. Maybe you think they like gonna just hug you and like punch you in the face or something like this. You know, like scared of people being close to you. That's, I guess, in CS. But it doesn't matter how close they are. Like, they're gonna choke you to death, you know? Or just knife you with their knives.
If only people knew that how easy I would be to knife. Actually,
I mean, actually,
they should take.
Actually, they would have taken advantage of you for sure. Okay, what's going on here? You have an AK, no util, and you're picking B, which is okay.
And a good B spawn, so I figured let me see if the guy wants to look for ramp, and then I'll.
That's a good idea. Yeah, of course. That's nice. Now you're going under, so you guys are taking mid. I mean, it's kind of weird that you guys are still walking in under when number 2 is already.
Yeah, out on connector.
He's already here, right? So, like, what sense does it make? Like, he's already fighting people on A, you're still walking in under, looking at the under. And now you're not looking at window at all. The guy window is gonna kill you in a moment. Or maybe he's not. Okay, let me see something in this duel.
So here, do you just look at window as you're exiting under, and you just look up there in that corner where the blood is, right?
Have you played pre-fire on here?
Not on this part. No, I have, but I haven't cleared mid, I don't think.
Okay, so these are panic sprays. These are not like adjustments and shoots. And now you're not clearing. Okay, I'll show you in a moment how to. Actually, fuck it. I'll go right now because we can go back to this demo in a moment. It was 9.5.
It's downloaded, yeah.
So in unders here, first of all, like I like to nade this early and just peek it because a lot of times people are standing close and waiting for timing to peek. And then you're gonna clear all these like small angles. Like you don't need to be that slow, but that's what I like. Now I'm gonna be walking up like this to the right side of the wall. If he jumps down, of course, I'm just gonna adjust. Now I clear like window. If my teammates are out mid, I'm not clearing these angles, of course. But if they're not out mid, then I would like clear this, right?
Okay. And
then you clear con, yeah? And then you turn around towards window. You go into this bench position. You clear ladder. You clear right side window. I mean, you cannot completely clear it if he's hiding, but you're looking at it in case he's like gonna peek. And then you jump up on the bench. You peek short, and then you go towards con and you peek con, and you want to be close to con so you're not exposed to these kind of window angles where he's just here and getting a kill on you and falling back, right? You want him to peek all the way. So you're clearing con, boom, boom, these angles. And now you're crouching here, standing up, clearing these angles. And you're going up con from the right side, because when you're here, how much of short does see me? See, only this angle. But if I'm here...
Yeah, he's not going to stand there.
Yeah. So, I mean, he might as well stand there. Why not? But...
Yeah, usually they're like aiming down.
But I'm gonna clear it, right? I'm gonna go do this and then like turn around, clear this, and then I'm walking up. So he's not gonna time me. And then I'm clearing default, these angles, right? Going like this, clearing these jungle angles. Now going slightly inside jungle, clearing these jungle angles. And see how I stepped forward, so I'm not exposed to short anymore? You need to notice this.
As soon as possible, you eliminate those angles.
Yeah, and then I'm clearing ramp because I expect someone on A. If I didn't meet anyone on A, I expect him to be pushed up. And then I'm gonna keep actually clearing this, and then I'm gonna peek ticket.
Yeah.
So that's how you wanna go up, right? Oh, I hope that explains the whole pathway here.
I'll have to rewatch that. Yeah, this one I haven't seen the clearing path, and I don't think I've done it from lowers yet.
Okay,
the pre-fire drill.
A little trick for you here. There is a smoke. You go here. You right-click jump throw.
Oh, cool.
The same thing with a flash, by the way, if there is no. It doesn't blind you, as you can see.
So the only way I can get up there is if I have my knife out and I'm looking down for some reason. I don't know how to do it without looking down to
What
get
do you
up
mean?
here. So I look down at my feet with my knife, and then I jump and I stop pressing W and I'm strafing while I'm jumping. That's usually how I.
You need to understand how this texture works, how big it is, and you need to be on the upper part of it. And then you just run forward, you jump, and strafe with D.
Okay, you stop pressing W, right? As soon as you jump, you just
of course,
jump
of
and
course.
Then stop pressing W straight.
You just move your mouse slightly to the right and you press D.
Yeah.
Just like on this kind of jump here, like you still want to do this. Like you press W, then you release W, and you press W as you're going forward. Okay. The same here. Like as you're in the air, you don't press W. I mean, actually here I
you make that look so easy. You know how fucking hard that jump is.
I mean, I actually press W here, you know. But yeah, I mean, all these like jumps, they're mostly about understanding the terrain than having good movement. Like if you understand how big this shit is and when you should jump off and when not, and how you should move around it, you should kind of like, as you see, as I jump, there's different styles, but as I jump of this, I kind of go here and I move forward here. I don't even, like, of course I don't have speed right now, but I don't even like strafe here. I like move forward with W, see? Like I don't, like I kind of like jump straight. I don't even strafe here too much.
Like I find this part of CS very fun to learn these things. So I will learn this just for fun anyway. You know, it's not a chore for me to learn these jumps. Like
cool. Well, any other questions up until this part of the T side that we watched?
Yeah. Okay. So that's how you take lowers after you can, and then would you do that even after you do a peak mid? So you peak mid, the guy doesn't die to your peak.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, not peak mid. I peak on B. I peak the guy on truck to see if he's just gonna stand there and die to me, right? And if he doesn't, and I see him, he's like jump spotting, and then he tries to nade me, then I will just go back and do this lower spot. Then, right? Is that a reasonable opener?
If your teammates are out mid, you can run and start like walking around here because they know about you anyways that you were under.
Yeah, they expecting one guy.
That is reasonable pathing. And here, when you're jumping out, it's easy to counter this jump by a short play, but I don't think people on your level will do that. If you stand like this, you will catch the guy jumping up right in the timing of the jump, so he will not be accurate. So someone can pop your head here as you're jumping. So he would be here, and he would catch you in this like weird moment of jumping. Just a little detail here that you need to watch out for. You can die someone from this guy. Sometimes from this guy, and you need to be like aware that there is no way of insta jumping on this bench.
Just before the end of this, and can you go into Palace? So sometimes when I get a spawn, I like to go Palace. I don't want to go Palace every round because that's kind of useless if they smoke it, right? But let's say you get a nice spawn and they haven't been smoking it every round. How do you play around that? Let's say that your team's not rushing A, so there might be one guy ramp with you, okay?
Yeah.
Or they're defaulting. So one guy B, 3 guys mid, and you're the only one on A.
Yeah.
How do you play Palace in a default situation like that?
So if I have a good spawn to Palace, I'll do this.
Are you even running a bit differently than I am? Oh, just wide swing CT. Okay.
Because if my teammates are defaulting mid, this guy Con is probably not holding stairs. Yeah, and this guy A can be a noob, and he can just do this and then like have his nade out and be like trying to nade like this, and then I kill him. Or he can be, for example, being a noob and thinking like, oh, I'm a great support, I'm gonna flash mid for my teammates, you know, twice. Let me flash. I'm so much supportive. They're not gonna, and then he's dead.
Yeah. Or just aiming down with his AWP down ramp, you know, from tickets, and not even seeing like that. Like this would be very typical in my level. Yeah, like that, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good play if you have a good spawn and your teammates are putting pressure on mid. It's quite important that they're putting pressure on mid, because if the con guy doesn't see anyone, he will immediately go back, right?
Yeah, and just gun me down as I'm wide running.
Yeah, and Opper for sure will stay in window, okay? Opper you don't need to worry about, like he's not gonna be holding Palace from the start of the round. Also,
and then secondly, okay, carry on.
If you hear him here, like don't worry, I can stay 5 more minutes, it's no problem.
Yeah.
If you hear him somewhere as you're running, right? Like if you hear his steps right now, there is no more good play, because that means he hears you as well. So will hear you beforehand, and he can tell your teammates one palace, and he'll like aim at you. So if you hear him somewhere, that means he's close, and it's probably not the best idea to like try to run him down. But if you don't hear him, it means he's somewhere towards default or CT, and you can just kill him.
Okay. And then if you can just go back to ramp, or you can jiggle peek.
You
like
just, I would just go back. I would just go back, like run back. But if you want to slow, let me really quickly explain as well. If you want to slowly just go, there is one rule. You should be walking here because this is the point where the guy will hit you from under palace. You should go from the right here because you don't want to get caught on W here, where you need to counter both of us. And you should pick the angles like this. Of course, no stepping. Then you just go like this. You clear the angles just like on any pre-aiming position. And then you can stay here. And the time you should start crawling out is when your teammates take contact with the guy con. Because if they take contact with the guy con, if your teammates are in con, this con guy, he will not be standing like this and holding. Or you should know this by being a con guy. Or he will not be standing like this if your teammates are in con, right? So you're limiting his angles, and you have a timing where he's occupied with the con players, and you can just walk out and clear the angles and try to catch the guy on A. Yeah? Cool.
Okay, perfect. And then just do the same exercise but for ramp. If I choose ramp instead of so I'm the A player, and we got fighting for mid control, and now I'm doing the same, but I'm doing it from ramp.
Yeah, exactly the same. Your teammates are taking contact in con, and then you start crawling out. And even when your teammates are taking contact in con, and the A player haven't seen anything, he might be stepping here or making some mistakes, you know. And maybe he will push into you because he thinks like, oh, there's so many mid, maybe they're splitting B, let me clear ramp, and then he's dead. So just important to understand when you have the timing to actually walk out and what the enemies are going to be thinking. Most of these people are brainless that you're playing. So they might be pushing like dry into here, or they might be starting to step on side and you have like an easy kill.
It is a good idea to push ramp if you can, if you have utility, because I mean, if let's say it's a default setup, and there's a 50% probability you're in palace, and there's a 50% probability you're on ramp, right?
Yeah.
Because they know they saw one in apps, and they know there's 3 mid. So then he has if you're in palace, and he pushes ramp, and he gets control of ramp, well, that's a huge success for him, right? But if you're on ramp, then it's just a duel. So if he only wins that 40% of the time, then that's still a good play. But obviously, if he dies 100% of the time doing that, then that's horrible.
Yeah, that's totally true. But the thing is, this is a default thing to do in pro games. If people are taking mid, you're clearing ramp and palace. But the thing is, the way you clear ramp is this. Your teammate who's playing AWP, he rotates to ticket and he does this flash for you.
Okay, from snipers, he rotates to ticket, right?
Yeah, you slightly walk more. And he does this flash for you, right? Because obviously in snipers... Oh, holy fuck. What was this lineup? They changed the way the textures look, and I'm kind of confused. Is this gonna blind this guy? I guess.
I think so. I think the AoE is big enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It always goes a little further than what it shows.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. This flash, because listen, if they're going heavy mid, generally they will smoke window, right?
Yeah.
So Doper has nothing to search here anyways, unless he breaks the window, and then he's just gonna rotate back. And he's like, oh, they are out mid, so fuck, I cannot really help from ticket because, well, I'm gonna die from ramp or palace. Let me help my A player to clear ramp.
Ramp, and then I can watch catwalk and connect her.
Yeah, and then I can, okay, he cleared it. Now, the A player will do something like this where he, okay, this is clear. Let me now hold both for my teammate, hold both palace and ramp. Or he even smokes deep ramp, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, I'm holding palace for my teammate is here, and it's easy, right? Yeah, or he just cleared ramp, so he's like playing here. He doesn't care about ramp for a moment, and he sometimes, what the fuck?
Yeah, because the AWPer on ticket late round is your most effective weapon.
Yeah, I can see you understand it. So yeah, that's how the setup will work. So it's actually not bad to push, but who the fuck will do this flash and actually coordinate?
No, Zero. They're gonna drive peek it, and you just stand a little off angle and then kill them. Right?
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
But in team play, what you're gonna be doing is like you're gonna have 2 people ramp, one standing like this, and one kind of jiggling this, right?
Yeah, and one's anti-flash and the other.
Yeah, or you're gonna be standing like this because the fact that they're flashing is so obvious that you're gonna be doing this and sometimes jiggling. So you're basically checking for the guy walking in, and you're also anti-flash. You know what I mean? So he doesn't walk in on you if you like that. But these are like little details that I'm just excited about because this is high level. But what we gotta focus is like basics, right?
Yeah, it's not shaking like someone
not
having a heart
doing
attack
not
when I'm
doing
shooting
this when
pistols.
you're shooting, yeah. But all these theory things, like they are quite interesting as well. So
of course, yeah, that's what we're working towards in any way.
Yeah, in the
at
end.
least, yeah.
But for now, the shaking, like your crosshair when you're picking with, it should look like something like this.
Okay.
Like,
I might work on my deathmatch. I'm gonna record myself playing deathmatch, and I'm just gonna get pistols, or I'm gonna get a Mac 10 or an MP9, and I'm gonna try to get close to people and gun them down.
yeah, send it over,
record
man.
myself. Yeah.
Cool. Any other
I'll do
questions?
that. No, that's perfect. That was a great lesson.
Okay.
Very, very constructive. Thank you.
Yeah, happy you take value from it.